Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we are still exploring. Last time in the city, today outside. So, where do we start? I doubt there will be anything on Ursula Road, but I want to investigate just in case. Because we had it during Zero several times that a lone fisherman stood here or something like that. Doesn't look like it, so let's continue on to St. Ursula. Hello, Mr. Hayworth. Hey there, well, good to see you. What brings you to St. Ursula today? I'm here to deliver an order of bed sheets. I'd like to get them to their new home as quickly as possible, if you don't mind. Sure thing, I'll give you a hand carrying them inside. Thank you, I appreciate it. To be sure, you did order 30 sheets, correct? I asked because I haven't forgotten the time someone mistakenly ordered 500 instead of 50. Can't be too careful. That sounds like a mistake Siron would make. She must have been the one who filled out the purchase order back then. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong this time around, though. The main session of a trade conference is finally taking place today. It's hard not to wonder what kind of decisions we'll come to. I'll be sure to read the news about it when I can. I tried picking Philia and Lance's brains about the conference, but unlike me, they don't seem to be the least bit interested. It's hard not to wonder what kind of decisions will take place. I'll be sure to read the news about it when I can. Oh dear, your fever has gone down and your runny nose won't stop. Yeah, blow into Mom's handkerchief. That's a lot. Good job. My nose is too runny. Blah. Michael, the boy staying on the third floor, is scheduled to be discharged next week. He's been here a long time. I'm thrilled he's recovered, of course, but I still miss him. It won't be the same here without... He's going to have a lot of people saying their goodbyes and wishing him well on the day he finally leaves us. I'm thrilled to say that Michael's release has finally been scheduled. He's going to have a lot of people saying their goodbyes and well wishes. I have Dr. Salem is going to be performing a major surgery in the near future. If that's the case, there's only one patient it could possibly be for. I just hope this will be the one. The poor little girl's been through enough. Shizuku. Dr. Salen's going to be performing a surgery of critical importance very soon. His Lordship Prince Albert even arranged to send someone from our area to assist us back when he visited. I pray the operation succeeds, but of course all of us at the hospital will do whatever we can to ensure it does. I threw my back out from looking up at Orcus Tower during the unveiling ceremony. Embarrassing, isn't it? My hips are aching something awful too. Rats, I just can't catch a break with these aching bones. Ow. Oh, the stomach ache is getting pretty nasty. I know I'll distract myself by watching all the pretty nurses. For your information, my thesis received high praise at the academic conference the other day. Would that you could have been there to see me in all my glory. What a shame. But while we were frittering away time with those highbrow scholastics, the Grand Prince himself came to rally my spirits. Do you know what he said? The future of surgery rests on your shoulders. Why, I've never been more honored in my life. Don't get so cocky, Petrus. Right back at you, Baldy. Go to Gehenna, Petrus. Alright, Schiller, I'm all set on my end. Once I hit the switch, you start adjusting the orbit pressure? Yes, ma'am. Let's hope it doesn't blow up this time. Oh, come on, happy accidents are all part of the scientific process. She isn't wrong, but that isn't the same as consenting to becoming a blast victim. Yes, that's perfect. These are the results we're looking for. Alright. At this rate, we'll be able to move to the endurance tests dates too. Looks like we're in for another long night. Even when things don't go her way, Chief Ursula never gets discouraged. It's a great attitude to have as a medical device researcher. I could learn something from her. Here we go again. Dr. Scaley and Lago should really get a room already. By now I know that letting them get it out of their system is going to finish this up faster than intervening. In the meantime, I might as well get to sorting through these clinical records. I'm so used to Dr. Scaley and Lago fighting that's practically white noise at this point. Litton should have finished his rounds in room 202 precisely 74 seconds ago. I, on the other hand, had no trouble finishing on time. He clearly still has a long way to go. Don't take this wrong way, Doctor, but you really do like to keep an eye on the clock. This is a hospital, detective. A single second could mean the difference between life and death for a patient. Ergo, adhering oneself to an optimal schedule results in more lives saved. Anyone could tell you that much. Agreed. Effective time management is a useful skill in all walks of life. But it goes without saying that you need to be no less than masterful at your field of choice as well. Precision, punctuality, and perfection. Those are the tenets I wish to instill in the young doctors of our future. That one blonde doctor lady is so cool, but she kinda scares me too. She shoot daggers right through you if you complain during her exams. I better be on my best behavior till I'm discharged. Dr. Salent is amazing at her job, yes, but above all, she has a good heart. She can be brash, but her exams are always so detailed you can tell she truly does care. I'm happy that Michael is going to be discharged, but it's going to be a lot lonelier around here without him. I think Shizuku will miss him the most. The two of them became such good friends. Well, I'll be. Is that you, Tio? Well, I'm just delighted to see you again. How have you been, dear? Good, thank you. You know the nurse administrator, Tio? Yes, she took care of me when I was hospitalized here years ago. I owe her my life in a sense. Oh no, I didn't do anything special. It's all just part of a job. I know the CPD keeps you busy, dear, but be sure to mind your health. I only want to see you here for a friendly visit. I will, Mata. Thank you for always looking out for me. You've truly made a lovely young lady of yourself, haven't you, Tio? I just can't say it enough. I know the CPD keeps you busy, but take care of your health. That's right, the bone has already managed to heal considerably. You're well on the road to recovery. You'll be walking again before you know it. Ah, is that right? Well, that's a relief. Now I just have to get discharged so I can go back to work. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just peeling this scrumptious-looking apple my grandchild bought me. Can't you have a slice? There's plenty to go around. I heard the patient took shelter in this linen room during the attack on the hospital earlier this year. Not that I'd know. Only thing I took that night was a bullet to the gut. Thinking back, I'd have been a lot better off if I hid in here too. Maybe cowardice is the answer sometimes. I heard it's almost time for you to leave the hospital, Michael. Congratulations. Remember to stay healthy out there. I will. Thanks for everything, Shizuku. I'm going to miss you. Get well soon, okay? I'll be sure to write in the meantime. Be far when I can come visit you in Le Mans someday. I'd like that a lot. You're welcome to come by anytime you want. Is that you too? Have you officially returned to the SSS? Yes, as of yesterday. That's great news, so wonderful to see you again. I'd heard you've been busy lately, but you seem to be in good health today. Make sure to keep looking after yourself. I wouldn't want you to collapse like you did before. I will. Thank you once more for giving me a place to stay that night. The thought of sleeping in your soft, pillowy bed again, however, makes it tempting to go back on my word. You and I on the same wavelength, Theodore. Knock it off, Randy. I'm begging you to find some shame. Sound like it's business as usual again at the SSS. And refer back to your team is at full strength now, isn't it? I'm sure you know, but your six will always have my support. Now get out there and show Crosby what you're made of. Have you heard, by the way? Michael is getting discharged from the hospital soon. It's sad to see him go, but I couldn't be proud of him. Ever since I failed my entrance exam, I don't even want to show my face around Mom and Dad. What do you think I should do, Zerone? Baggy must really be out of options if he's turning to her for advice. Well, let's see. You could always follow in your big sister's footsteps and become a nurse. That's surprisingly sound advice coming from you, Zerone. A nurse? Yeah, it's not like there aren't any men in nursing. Why hadn't I thought of that? Being a nurse could be nice. It's not like there aren't any male nurses in the world. I only asked Zerone for advice because I had nothing to lose. Now I have another options I never even considered. Huh. Even Zerone can say something thoughtful every once in a while. I should start checking the skies for flying pigs too. Oh, I know. Why don't we try on a nurse's uniform and get a feel for it? Come on, Mayfair. Take it off and let him see what he'd look like. I'll give you a hand. No, stop it, Zerone. She never changes. Dr. Baldine is taking the day off today. That's rare for a workaholic like him. I heard he'd been on duty non-stop recently, so I hope this little reprieve finally gives him a chance to recharge his batteries. I'd rather not be here, but some of our resident physicians took my stethoscope and told me to take the day off for once. What nonsense. I just had the day off last... What year is it again? Oh, never mind. I rarely get any time to myself like this, so might as well endeavor to enjoy it. Staying in good health is important for a doctor too, I suppose. I rarely get a day off like this, so I might as well endeavor to enjoy it. What's wrong, Miko? Aren't you going to order something to eat? I mean, I would, but we were just sitting in on a live operation floor. I don't understand how you can have an appetite after that. I figured that was it. Well, every resident has to go through this at some point. You get used to it eventually. I hope you're right. It's not as if you can keep skipping lunch forever. Trust me, you'll learn to get used to this. After witnessing that surgery, I don't know how Flora can stand to eat all that meat. Ugh. Just thinking about this makes me want to throw up. Miss Aeolius from the Racer Guild came by for a request today, so I treated her to lunch. The hospital owes her and her partner a lot, so that's the least I could do. Oh, hi, Earl. Could that be? My dear sweet Theo has finally returned to me. Good morning. It has been a while, hasn't it? Ah, how many long nights have I spent dreaming of this day? Come here, Tio. I've got a bundle of hugs and kisses with your name on it. Denied. Ah, I even missed your bittersweet rejections to my advances. Permission to activate Zero Field. She's more relentless than ever. Cut her some slack. She's been bottling these feelings in for months. To think this simple package delivery request would lead me to being reunited with my darling Tio? Could it be? Is this fate? Most decidedly not. Ah, never bittersweet rejection. Hey, Olia, if you ever need a package delivered, I'm right. No thanks. Ah, that rejection was all bitter, none of it sweet.
Yosh, どこに行こうかな?
Okay, Tango.
さあ、行くぞ. Yosh, 着いたぞ.
Our intelligence indicates there are Calvadian terrorists poised to enter Crosspell. Terrorism accomplishes nothing. I get that they have causes they're fighting for, but it doesn't begin to excuse their methods. Well, trying to get that to sink in for them is a lost cause. We're pouring everything we have into the counter-terrorism effort. CGF's honors depend on our ability to prevent any insurgent forces from infiltrating. Situation normal, nothing to report. Now we have intel on those damn terrorists, we'll stop them before they can make it past Tangram Hill. But the GF won't let danger befall a single hair on any of the dignitary sets. Still nothing to report for. Situation normal. When you arrive in the city, please register your parking spot at the Civic Center. Be aware that forgetting to do so is grounds for a citation. Ah, you don't say. Sounds like kind of a hassle. I heard talk that terrorists may pop up during the conference, but what's important is how they'll try to get in. They could have accomplices on the inside already. Can't let my guard down for even a second today. Come on, Grandpa, stop talking about all that boring stuff and get us some food already. I wonder how today's trade conference will go. I'll have to see if I can get a hold of a copy of the next Crossbow Times once we get back to the Republic. The guards might be more fired up than usual with these counter-terrorism preparations. I just hope they don't forget to come here and eat. They're going to need the calories. What frightens me about terrorism is that those people really believe they're doing the right thing. They're willing to make any sacrifice without remorse in the name of their cause. Frankly, they can all go to Gehenna. I hope the CGF stops those radicals cold and puts them in their place. Hidden away in Tangram Hill's scenic terrain is a monitoring facility. With a Tangram Gate can detect any approaching cars or airships before they get here. That alone isn't going to stop them, but you don't need to worry. No terrorist is getting into Crossbow on our watch. According to the police intel we received, there's a high chance that terrorists will try to enter Crossbow. To tell you the truth, I hope nothing comes of it. I'm not confident I can square off with a dangerous crowd like them. Please God, let us stay and peacefully for Crossbow. Deputy Commander Douglas is currently at Belgrade Gate discussing counter-terrorism measures for the trade conference. We need to make sure our security strategy is flawless in time for the main session. Good. Car.
よし、どこに行こうかな。
Boathouse.
行くぞ。到着だ。ここなら釣れ。
Not yet. Oh, I caught another noble carp. These views are supposed to be pretty rare in Crossbow too. I knew it. Something's definitely off around here. They say the noble carp is an elusive catch, so how is Copper managing to reel in so many of them? Is this training paying off already? I can't let him outfish me like this. Hey Lloyd, did you know this? Apparently you get some weird title whenever you take down one of the Elite Four. I beat Narcissus in an angler's duel yesterday and he started calling me Crazy Wave Rider. They may be our enemies, but I admit it's a pretty fun idea.
乗ります。目的地を選んでください。お安いご用です。お待たせしました。
What's that? The gate to our village property was standing wide open? Who in blazes would do something like that? Thanks for letting me know. I'll drive over and lock it up later. Speaking of, the old girl's been showing her age lately. Cruising out just ain't the same anymore. The village doesn't have the funds to replace her though, so I just have to make do for now. For generations, America Village has chosen its chief democratically. Right now, the villagers all agree that the current chief's son, Derek, should be the next person to take the role. I can understand why. Derek is serious about his work, and he puts a lot of thought into everything he does. But while it's good that he's so concerned about the future of the village, I do wish he'd rely on us a little more. So this is America Village. It's just as quaint as I've been told. Now then, I ought to get to work. Now let's see, which of these homes are village chiefs? Alright, let's play hide and seek. Let's play hide and cheap. Hide and cheap, yes. And remember, whoever's the creepy sheep can't get you when you're off the ground. Oh, I wanna be the sheep! Wait, isn't the sheep allowed to be off the ground too, as long as it's for less than 3 seconds at a time? What? That's the first I've ever heard of a rule like that. Hey, listen to me, I said I wanna be the creepy sheep! I was born to be a creepy sheep! Back in Crossbow City, the creepy sheep could climb on high spots as long as it isn't for more than 3 seconds. I guess it's not how people play it in other places though. I think we're talking about the same game, but the rules are a little different. Okay, today we're playing Stefan's version of hide and sheep, city style. I'd like nothing more than to retire and leave the store to Jake. But the boy has no motivation. I could swear he just sits around all day. If only he had a reason to start caring. Does Jake truly have no interest in inheriting the store whatsoever? Maybe I can find something that would give him a reason to care. Sooner or later I'm going to have to tell Gramps that I have no intention of taking over the store. Even that will probably break his heart though. Well, it doesn't have to be right now. I keep doing what I've been doing for the time being. Honestly, when it comes to part-time jobs, this one's hard to beat. It pays and I don't have much to do. I guess it wouldn't kill me to keep at it for the time being. I'm in the area for a request, so with the main session looming, I decided to make a quick patrol. Everything seems peaceful around here though. Well, everything except Chief told us working relationship with Derek. Those two have me pretty concerned. That counts as a matter of governance for American governments, which means the guild's code prevents me from interfering. Earlier, while I was checking out a book in the city, I also bought the latest volume of an ongoing series I've been reading. It wasn't until after that I realized I'd somehow missed a chapter. I don't want to spoil myself, so would you mind taking this off my hands? The book I bought today is called Women Who Changed the World. An interesting read, to say the least. It's about the historic achievements of various women across the continent, starting with a knight named Lian. I always had a hunch that women were the stronger sex all along. Celi's been bossing me around for as long as I can remember. That just sounds to me like you're an unreliable father. Come on, Derek. You know for a fact that the chief would never just shut you down without reason. Oh, I know the reason. He doesn't like a single idea that comes out of my mouth. Why else would you just sit back and watch the village go downhill like this? I know things are tense, but I think what you need is to slow down and have a sip of coffee every now and then. Derek feels just as responsible for the village as Chief Tota. They've got their fair share of worries to go around. I think I'll treat him to a cup of my special blend while he's here. My father, the chief, will reject any proposal I bring him, and he won't even entertain the idea of budging on the issue. Instead, he just rattles off the same old adages over and over again. This is how the village should be. Don't lose sight of reality. But if we keep on clinging blindly to that mentality, America will slowly and quietly fall apart around us. I'm at my wit's end here. The chief won't listen to reason. It's simply a matter of time until this place hits rock bottom. I'm at my wit's end here. Cecily, would you like to go to the city with me the next time we get the chance? We've got to see that Orcus Tower everybody's been talking about. I need to help out at the inn, so... But I tell you what, if you eat 10 servings of omelette rice in an hour, I'll go on a date with you. 10? Oh wait, yes, there's no way I can do that. I really want to go see Orcus Tower, but I've got the inn to watch over. If Keith can manage to eat 10 plates of omelette rice in an hour, well, we have ourselves a date. Just when I finally get the courage to ask Celia out, how can I possibly eat 10 plates? There's this guy in a fancy suit and a monocle standing on the bridge outside. Not that it's any of my business, I only came here for some omelette rice. This place makes the best omelette rice, hands down. I'm helping Gofan clean the inn today. He's been so supportive of me and Stefan that I want to lend a hand however I can. Elkin talked to me about the village's orbital truck. Thing is, even if we do everything we can to keep her running, she's bound to break down one of these days. Elkin loves the old culture like she has his own kin. I hope he doesn't get too choked up when the time comes. The village's old orbital truck is on her last leg. Losing the old girl's bad news and we don't got the mirror handy to spring for a new one. Gonna be hard to break this to the chief. Sometimes the fruits and vegetables from a field come out misshapen. They won't sell that way, so they end up shared around the village instead. Maybe we ought on the outside, but that doesn't make them any less tasty. Getting free produce saves us quite a bit, too. The state has become reliant on imported foods, while our youths leave the village and shrink our workforce. The village is facing monumental issues, but that doesn't mean I can simply accept Derek's reform without a second thought. As chief, I have a duty to protect and preserve America's traditions. If only he can understand that. Derek and Tolder's arguments last night might have been the worst one yet. Things became so heated that I couldn't do a thing to calm them down. What is it going to take for those two to get along? This has been going on since the last game, so maybe there's some solution, but...
どうしますか？どこに行きますか？お安いご用です。はい、到着しました。
I finished inspecting the freight train, so now I'm inspecting the new armored cars here. Problem is, the numbers don't add up. One of them is missing. I have the only key though, so where could it have gone? There's no way it was stolen with all these guardsmen on watch. Where could it have gone? It was decided at the last minute that we need to beef up security at the borders for today's conference. Deputy Commander Douglas came from Tangram Gate to talk it over with the commander. They're meeting right now, in fact. Deputy Commander Douglas is one of the strongest close quarters fighters the CGF has to offer. Boy, would it give to have a chance to spar with him. Now that you mention it, we just tussled with him the other day. The old coot's as strong as ever. But really? Alright then, Wendy, how about you do the same with me? I want to test my mettle against the best of the best. Easy there, Loggins. If you got the energy to square up, you should use it to keep watch. I guess you have got a point. My duties need to be my primary focus right now. Next time though, you and I are finally going to have that rematch, Randy. Sure, if I even remember this conversation. Let's see, 0 hits on the detector and no dangerous objects sighted. I'll check under the cart too, just to be safe. I hope we can go home soon. This inspection is painfully slow. I don't care if it's to protect against terrorism, just a nuisance as far as I'm concerned. It always is if you're not a terrorist. Then it becomes an annoyance. We've been ordered to tighten the security checks in response to new intel about a terrorist threat. The system we have in place today should make it impossible for him to infiltrate the state by ground. We even have radar facilities nearby to monitor air traffic. The CGF may not have airships, but we'll do all we can to protect cross-belt skies. Cross-balance state law stipulates that the CGF is not allowed to have airships. It's unfortunate, they would go a long way towards protecting cross-belt skies. Today I'm going to show Stella just how good of a guardsman I can be. Those terrorists can try all they want. I never let them put my darling in danger. Word is that some terrorists might try and sneak into Crossbell, but explains why security is tighter than usual. I just hope nothing bad happens to the guardsmen. Today's the main session of a big trade conference at Orcus Tower. The CGF is to stay out of open sight during the proceedings, though, to avoid making waves with the Empire and Republic. Still, this is a major international conference taking place on our soul. I hope they manage to keep things safe from the fringes. According to our intelligence, it's highly probable that terrorists from the Empire will attempt to infiltrate Crossbell. It's about as nerve-wracking as you'd expect. I hope this day manages to have a peaceful ending. We received intel on a potential terrorist plot, so we're making every effort to fortify security at the border. Specialized facilities have been deployed near the border to counteract the possibility of an aerial invasion. If only we could get some anti-air cannons too, like a proper army. I guess there's no use asking for the impossible though. Commander Bales and Deputy Commander Douglas are having a meeting to discuss counter-terrorism measures right now. Try not to disturb them, alright? That's what we learned from our vetted source at the CPD. It would be wise to presume that terrorists will attempt to infiltrate the conference in some fashion. Dealing with them will be troublesome, no doubt. Very well, we'll strengthen security at Tangram Gate and remain vigilant. Please do. You should also be aware that there is a possibility they will attempt to enter by airship. Make good use of a surveillance facility set up near your end of the border. The anti-aircraft radar, you mean? Understood. I'll contact the officer on duty immediately. From the sound of it, the commander and deputy commander are discussing security strategy. Yes, it would appear counterterrorism measures are being given top priority. May say something about radars? Wasn't it that the CGF had gizmos like that now? As I recall, they were stationed near each of the border gates. I've never personally handled them though. The Foundation installed them in Crossbell a while back, I'm told. They are high-performance devices and should thus provide sufficient airspace coverage within the state. That's impressive. I suppose we can rest a tiny bit easier with those things around. Okay. Right, I'm here with Khan. I don't need the bus. Foreigners can't be detained for very long because of the leniency policies built into our state law. A lot of criminals from the Empire and Republic know that, so they flock to Grossbed to exploit that. Hopefully some of the new mayor's proposed reforms will change things a bit. Still, I know we have a long way to go to fix the system. The Police Academy's curriculum runs for about 6 months straight. Classes are divvied between lectures and practical training. After graduation, our cadets are assigned to a police division suited to their merits. In other words, this is where the CPD's little fledglings first learn to flap their wings and grow strong enough to fly. Nothing could make me prouder. Morale amongst the cadets has been at an all-time high the last several months. The fact that the police played a pivotal role in resolving the cult incident this past spring must have something to do with it. It's up to all you full-time officers and detectives to lead by example and pave the way for your successors.
Yosh, どこに行こうかな?
And mine.
さあ、行くぞ。到着だ。
A sister comes by the village to teach Sunday school every once in a while. Would it kill the cathedral to send over a handsome priest for once? Or maybe we could be of a stylish type, with loud flashy robes or something. I know that's just hypothetical, but that sounds more like a playboy than a father. Who knows? We may just be out there somewhere. If he was a stylish bad boy too, I think I'd probably fall for him in a heartbeat. Gans lost all his money at the casino again yesterday. The other miners threw a big party over at that seagull to cheer him up. I was able to join him partway through. Man, they really know how to have a good time. Marlo got drunk yesterday and tried making a pass at Luca. To no one's surprise, she mercilessly shut him down right off the bat. It was a great show though. Poor Marlo. I think I give him a snack on the house. Marlo was acting creepy as all hell yesterday. Kept trying to talk to me for one, and then he invited me for a drink. It was annoying, so I ignored him. Now he's being all mopey about it. How hopeless can one guy be? What a pain in my ass. Seriously, you should have seen how annoying Marlo was yesterday. This is why I hate drunks. Seriously, if this wasn't the drinking hole for the miners, they would go bankrupt. That substitute sister already left to go back to the cathedral. She looked really nervous about the sky down the mountain path for some reason, though. Is it raining over there or something? We had Sunday school today. My usual sister didn't come, but the substitute was really nice and good at explaining things. I hope she comes back next time. So, Reese already left, but she isn't back at the cathedral yet. Well, look at you. You're cute as a button. You know, I could introduce you to some of mine's finest eligible minors if you'd like. Are you speaking to me? I wouldn't exactly consider myself the appropriate age to be considering such things. Now, there's nothing wrong with a pretty young lady thinking ahead, you know? Give it some more thought if you're having trouble settling down when you're older. Rude. Come on, dear, she means well. Guns can be a rather generous fellow. On the rare night when he actually wins at the casino, he spends the entire haul treating all of us to gifts and drinks. All told, he probably throws away more mirror that way than he does going bust. Cave-ins and landslides were common here in the mountains once upon a time. But since the Orbital Revolution, the invention of orbital excavators has made such accidents a rarity. Technology truly is humanity's greatest blessing. What a wonderful age we live in. I heard today was the final day of a big trade conference in the city. It's hard not to wonder how minds might be affected by whatever it is they're conferring about. Every day I worry that Alec will wander himself straight into harm's way. At least during Sunday school I can leave him to the sisters and relax for once. I suppose I don't need to worry too much so long as Alec is at Sunday school. Maybe I should ease up and relax for once? A while back I got worried about Kimmy while she was in Sunday school and barged into class. I ended up making a big scene. Must have a really scary look on my face too with how horrified Hoffman's son looked. I couldn't bear to embarrass Kimmy like that a second time. Never again, Beckerai. Never again. Why did I say those things to Luca at the party? She totally ignored me. It doesn't help I was drinking either. She probably thinks I'm just a dumb drunk. Man, if I could go back and meet the me from last night, I'd beat his ass 100 times over. Luca must hate me now for sure. Why else would she ignore me? Man, if I could go back and meet the me from last night, I'd beat his ass 100 times over. Marlo's been pretty down in the dumps since we went out for drinks last night. But no worries, good old Guns is gonna work his magic and get him right as rain again. That's what best friends are for. I caused Marlo a lot of worry back during the cult incident. His best friend, it's only right I'd make it up to him. I only had one day off, and that's all it took to fall out of rhythm. I've been slacking off for so long that my body's practically in condition for it. What a pain. I'll muscle through though. I'm supposed to be a proper miner now, no more lazing about for me. Like a Sunday school today. It's just him and Beckerai's girl Kimmy in the class. I hope they're studying real hard together. As minors ain't the most educated bunch, that doesn't mean I don't want Alec and Kimmy to study hard though. Chief Hoffman and I went day drinking yesterday. Guns and Marlo joined in too once we returned from the casino. Since we already had most of the gang, we roped Loggy along too, made a party out of it. Liquor always tastes best when you're sharing it with your pals. Alright, so... Now I know where Reese is. Namely, she is at the Moon Temple. This was a place she was curious about yesterday. Or in-game yesterday. In our last exploration. And that is where we will go next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.